Thank you, Michael. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Little housekeeping. Well, beautiful beings.
Yeah.
Is this echoey or?
Yes.
Okay, it's not good for me either. Sounds like my head is rattling. Is that better?
Yes.
It's better for me too. So if we're all happy, we'll go ahead, okay? And if we're not, we'll fix it. That's what Spirit told me to do today. Roll out of the sack and get going, put your feet on the floor and have a great day. Have that day that you have decided is going to be yours, that you bring it on. You bring on the energy, the essence, and the life that you are in the moment of now by what you feed yourself in mind. So what I want to say is, beautiful beings, I give thanks for this day, and I give thanks for all of you that are in my life. I give thanks for the beauty, not only of the season and the beautiful meditation that Kathy gave for us, and the treatment that Kathy gave and the meditation that Michael gave this morning. So I give thanks for the celebration that we do each Sunday here at the center, and the beautiful teaching that Dr. Holmes has given us, that we can move into it and through it as it. And I know that this morning that you're all rested that extra hour. Wasn't that nice to claim it? Why do we think we lose anything when we don't? It's just an hour, 60 minutes, not the news program on TV on Sunday, but that 60 minutes makes such a difference in so many of our lives. What I know is that extra hour I'll still be getting up when it's dark, and I'll be going to bed a little sooner. The day will shorten the daylight hours. But we'll make that adjustment and allow it to be good and very good. This morning in my quiet time, I did my raising and my praising, and knowing that as I came into with Spirit today, that I thank God, the Creator, for the direction and the glory and the goodness that is in my life. And I know that I like to think of God as my co-pilot, that together we are in concert, together we sing the songs that Mark so beautifully did today. And it allows me to have that oneness with that high power that is mine. And what I know from my truth today is that I give thanks for that ongoing power, that ongoing stream of abundance and perfection that flows into my consciousness. And when it flows into my consciousness, it manifests that which I desire. I place in mind the thought that I want. I place in mind that which is mine to claim, to accept and rejoice and have. And what I do and what I know is that reflects in my life to the degree that I process it. And what I want to know too, and all of you to know, just because Costco and Walmart and all of the retail stores are loaded with Christmas, it's everywhere. Let me tell you, it is everywhere. They've forgotten about Halloween. Of course, that's 2 or 3 days ago. And we've forgotten about Thanksgiving and the merchandising mark. But what I know is that whatever it is, it is. And what I know as my truth is that I'm not going to give away the precious moment of now. All that we have is now. And this next few moments that we do lesson together. And in this celebration, what I know is that this is the moment. This is the moment to recognize and celebrate and recognize this spiritual community as our home. As our home that allows the spiritual law of Thanksgiving. It enables each and every one of us to be and to have, to express from, and bring that good into manifestation. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, shared in the textbook with us, always feel that it is done, complete and perfect, and give thanks for the answer. And in this month of Thanksgiving and the beautiful autumn time, that when we allow ourselves the pleasure to give thanks, to stand in gratitude, to be in gratitude, and to appreciate the beauty of life. We are living and giving thanks in everything that we do. Everything that we do. Many times, and perhaps some of you have said it, thanks a lot. Not only in a sarcastic way, but give thanks a lot for the things that are appearing in life. And we give thanks for a favor that's extended. We give thanks for gifts that we receive. We give thanks for a deed of good fortune that comes our way. And I know that from the communications that I've been having on the emails from the ministers on the East Coast, they're giving thanks today because they're having church. They're having a Sunday celebration. I had a personal note from Michelle Wadley, one of the ministers in New Jersey. She's known as a Jersey girl. She's big, bold, and beautiful. She's outrageous. But she is a student of the science of mind, and with all of her heart, she says, even though I do not have power, they haven't had no electricity, no heat, or anything, and she said the beautiful gift that she's received is that her former husband and his new wife have invited her into their home where it's warm and cordial. So there's gifts of healing every place. There is an abundance of all good things. So we know that as she is seizing this opportunity to have the richness of spirit bless her, we know that their life is ongoing, that the centers are up and going, and that the opportunity for each and every one of us to know their truth is right here and right now. We know too that when we say thanks a lot, there's a cordial feeling, there's a good feeling when we say that. There's an essence within me, there's a comfort within me that recognizes that. And I'm certain that each and every one of us sometime in this lesson will have a memory of hearing thanks a lot. Well, thanks is defined as an expression of gratitude, and it is. We say thank you many times when we're served in a restaurant, when we're given something, when someone hands us the program every Sunday here at the center. We say thanks a lot. We appreciate it. I like to think of it as conscious awareness of receiving and acknowledging our divine good. For me, thanks a lot means it's an individual expression. And I think of it many times, daily, when I return to that place of our affirmative prayer, our 5-step affirmative prayer. And that as we recognize, as we declare, as we affirm, as we give over to a high power, and we give thanks. So we thank a lot. In every moment of our mind, we are thanking a lot. And we know that as we accept and validate our truth, then we also know that which is given is returned tenfold. It's the law of prosperity. It's the law of circulation. It's the law of life moving in and around and through us as the individual. In my personal life, and most of you I have a personal relationship with here at the center, I thank a lot. It's my nature to be in gratitude. It's my nature to show appreciation and to acknowledge each and every one of you, not only as you come through the door, but into my life. And whatever you do, whether you are blessed by that thanking. You're blessed by that acknowledgement. Dr. Holmes in the textbook, again, refers to something that really, just a moment. It's 497, not 447. Okay. And Holmes writes this: in everything, give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. And I think we are. It doesn't get any better than this. We've got the climate control fairly comfortable in here now. So we're not in hell, and I'm grateful for that. How we love to do for those who cooperate with and are grateful for our small endeavors. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of the human existence and is crowned with a consciousness of unity. So I like to think that as we use and practice our thankfulness, as we use and practice what we know inherently as a divine truth for us, that we are living our authentic truth. We truly are. And you might ask, how can I practice thanks a lot? Well, the first that I'd like to share with you today is be aware of your surroundings. Be aware, be consciously conscious. Note what's happening around you and with you. Secondly, be very aware of your thoughts and your idle chatter, your mind talking. Be aware of what you're telling yourself. And thirdly, be aware of yourself, your physical self. How are you moving? How are you thinking? How are you processing life? What are you seeing? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself thanks a lot? Thanks a lot for this physical being. I like to think of our physical presence, our physical body, as the temple which houses our soul. Oftentimes in class I've mentioned that my physical body to me, what I am is my spirit and my soul that resides within. My physical body is like a tin can that we recycle. It's the container with which I deliver this message today. We all have different approaches to life. We all have different approaches to what brings us the joy and the container that it carries. The message in the container is what is important. When we thank a lot, it becomes a part of our acquired being. It becomes a tool for us to employ and to use. And wherever we look, there's an object, an opportunity, an occasion to give thanks and become the thanker in chief. You are in control of that thanking. Infinite wisdom knows each of us, and it guides each of us. Our native intelligence, that which is the inner portion, that which we surrender to in quiet times, our inner knowing, is the pulse which makes and powers our thought center. It's an important part. It's the motor that drives the thought. It's the motor that drives the individual. It's the motor and the energy that we are expressing. Divine intelligence within always knows what we need and require, and it supplies it if we trust, know, and accept. So many times we live that doubting Thomas within us. We let that stuff creep in. We let it awash into the world that we're in. Fear, woulda, coulda, shouldas, we've all heard that. But when we stay in our truth and we live in our truth and express from that center,